Hey, how's it going, guys? It's John. This is a little bit of a different video. I just wanted to make an update for the channel and kind of get you guys up to speed on some of the things I'm going to be working on and what you guys can expect from the channel kind of going forward. So, first and foremost, I should kind of let you guys in on a little, maybe not secret, but I'm streaming. I've been streaming on YouTube for a while now. I've been streaming for a couple months, honestly, at this point, and I'm going to be taking it more seriously. So I'll be doing some Minecraft or Skyrim or whatever, honestly. I'll be playing some video games, and we're going to be doing some streams, which I'll probably be doing for most games that people recommend, but I have like a list so far. We'll go through that when the time comes. But basically, I'm doing 2 live streams a day as I try to transition into what I've kind of said already, a large-scale content creator where I'm not just kind of posting a video now and then. I'm posting a ton every day. So the way it's kind of going to go is like this. Every day I'm going to post at least 2 shorts. That could be Socks with John. That could be a clip from a podcast or just something else that I do. And then every day we're going to post a video, which this is going to be the video for today. Either a podcast, or I can do a food review, or I can just make a general video. And then we're going to be doing 2 live streams a day as well, and then a post on YouTube probably just to let people know what we're up to. So that's kind of what we're going to be working on going forward. I did take a little bit of a break from Socks with John for a little bit, and I'll kind of get into that. So I do enjoy being recognized, being known as John from Socks with John, the things that I do online. That makes me feel good. However, I don't want to perpetually be known as the sock guy. I do quite a bit more than just the socks at this point, and I've done more than just the socks at this point. Whether it was the ice cream business, the fish tank business, the fair I put on, the guitar business, whatever else. Now I do the anime convention. We're doing anime and game nights. And obviously I do the podcast and other things as well. So we are transitioning to a, what I like to say, more serious version of what the channel has been so far. And that basically means a lot more content, which I hope you guys can appreciate. I'm not sure how many people are actually going to be able to see this video. The last time I sat down in the kind of setting that I am now today, I think it was around this time last year, actually. I think it was after the anime convention. What was supposed to be the anime convention. But I'll give you guys more news, and I'll kind of give you a little bit of a sneak peek into behind the scenes. Maybe if you guys really want to know more about the life of John, I feel like people see it quite often, so maybe they're not that interested in the other things going on. But I've kind of made some decisions in my life of what we're going to do. I am going to spend more time on my content because I feel like we're very close to getting monetized, and I'm not really doing it for the money, but if we're able to get monetized, then I can do it even more. Sustainability, it's something I've learned in business. Profitability creates sustainability. And so if we're able to make money on the YouTube channel, I can do a lot more, and I can grow hopefully a lot more. And I can justify spending money on the channel if it's making me money. And that's something I'm very excited and I'm looking forward to doing. But I could use your guys' feedback. I need your feedback. I need your support. I need you guys to let me know what you'd like to see. One of the critical issues so far with the channel is I don't feel like we're getting a lot of feedback. I don't feel like a lot of people are kind of commenting or letting me know what they want to see. A few people are. Some of my friends that I've known for a while, some people that give me good feedback, and I appreciate that greatly. Shout out to Katniss. Shout out to PZ Hacker. Shout out to or B or Menahil. All my friends. Shout out to Katya. Shout out to Graham and EJ. Shout out to everybody, right? But one of the things that we need to kind of like focus on a little bit more is the consistency. The reason I kind of stepped away for a little bit, I don't really want to talk too much about this because it wasn't somebody that, I'll just say this. I was preparing to get into a relationship with this girl and things didn't really work out. So that kind of made me upset for a little bit. And when John gets depressed, he doesn't really like to put himself on camera. Could you imagine? I have been doing some live streams, but playing video games is one thing, and having to, put on or be nice, happy, and feel good when you don't. Sometimes that's difficult. And the sock videos, they're very fun to make. It's good for my personality to be shared and be shown. But if I'm not in a good headspace, it is very difficult to make those videos sometimes. Because I'm never going to be like sometimes we have more serious, but I'm never going to be like, hey, I'm just not feeling good today, guys. Sorry. That's not the brand. The brand is happy, jovial, crazy, fun sock videos. I don't want to get too serious. I went on a walk today, and I'll probably be doing that more often because, it's good. And it's nice out finally. So that also helps with the feelings of depression with seasonal affective disorder. But what I'm kind of getting at here is we are at a new chapter, what I believe, for my life, for the channel, for a lot of things. And I have kind of overcame a lot. More recently, I've just kind of had a streak of bad things happen to me. Not excruciatingly bad, but when you do a lot of things at once and they don't really have relation to each other, but somehow everything at the same time, right? Like fails or falls through, or things don't work out. It doesn't feel like, you're doing the right thing, or that something's working against you that you just don't understand. Maybe, I don't know. I doubt it. I do want to say this at the very least. Shout out to some of my favorite YouTubers. I have been watching a lot of their streams, and just spending time in their live stream has been making me feel not as lonely, not as depressed. So I got to appreciate that. So shout out to Best Opinion Haver, The Old Knight, Ragnarok, Boogerworm, Zeddy Hearthstone. Who else do we got on here? I think that's pretty much it. Those 5 guys. Shout out to you. Thank you very much. Just for being yourselves, and for consistently going live on YouTube so that, I don't go crazy. So I hope to be, somebody like that in the future, to be able to offer that to other people that are feeling, like they just kind of need somebody to listen to for a while, I went live the other day for like 9 hours, or 8 hours, sorry. It was just 8 hours. It was like 8 hours, 43 seconds. It was great. And, I feel like some people, stopped in and they watched me. It just felt good to stream. And so I realized I want to do that a lot more. So yeah, like I've said, taking some good inspiration from some good people. But as I'm sure I talk about very often, and this is just one take video here, I'm not doing any type of cuts or anything like that. But as you guys probably understand, the penultimate goal of having this YouTube channel is eventually to use it as a platform to launch my presidential campaign. And I've been talking about this for a while. And maybe not everybody still kind of agrees or believes in me, or thinks that's something that I should pursue, if I even can pursue it. But I am still. I talk about it a lot. I've had some conversations with my parents now, more recently, to where I'm beginning to feel like people believe in me a little bit more, right? And that's always something I've been struggling with. So what I can say, the goal of this video is kind of just to let you guys know where I'm at, what we're going to be working on in the future. And what you can kind of expect from me on a more regular basis. This is a good time to subscribe, get in on ground level. You can say you're a day one still before I get to like 1 million subscribers, and then I sell out, right? No, I would never sell out. I do want to work with some brands though, so you might see a little bit of a difference in some of the content that I make. I usually say however I feel. If I want to swear, I swear. If I want to say something that's funny or gross or crack a joke, I will, for the most part. But if certain brands are like, hey, John, we'd like to work with you, we'd like to sponsor you, whatever, but you can't say the F word anymore. I don't know. We'll see what we can do. I don't really want to, that kind of is selling out in my opinion. Changing what you do because somebody's giving you money for it. Yeah, that's basically the definition of selling out. But at the same time, like I've said, I think it's okay to kind of shift our perspective, not like our perception, or what we hope to be perceived as. Not necessarily as somebody's going after money or trying to change who he is to be more marketable. I'm going to be who I am, and if you guys enjoy that, great, good for you. Come on in. If not, that's fine. Controversy sells. Even bad publicity is good publicity, but I'm not really too worried about that quite yet. I will probably continue to do more geopolitical takes on the podcast as well. And I will try my best to shy away from pop politics or things that are kind of in the, if it's everybody's reporting on the exact same story, what is John Holmberg going to be able to offer? But I just don't know, quite honestly. That's kind of the biggest part of all of this is I really do need some feedback. I would love to hear what you guys would like. I make videos and they only get a couple likes and comments from people I expect to already comment on them, or people that I talk to that I can ask, hey, what do you think of my last video? But really, some feedback. I feel like I'm just been shouting into the void for so long, for like 2 years at this point, for almost 3 years. And I kind of had a conniption earlier this year where I thought, like, should I even keep doing this? I want to keep doing this. I absolutely want to keep doing this. But we got to see how things kind of play out for us here. Like I said, I've been making videos, well, technically since I was 18. A lot of them have been privated now. You guys can't see. That's for trust me, you guys don't. Maybe after I get rich and famous, I'll release them and be like, oh, look how funny I was as a kid, guys, as a 19 or 18-year-old or whatever. But basically, we're going to make it or break it point. Things got to start working out, or else John is not going to keep working on this channel. I'll put it bluntly. You know, I've been trying for a while to kind of get to the point that I want to see with the channel, which at the very least is just monetization. We're really not quite there. So I got to keep doing live streams to get the watch hours up. I need at least 1,000 subscribers, which we're more than halfway there now. But yeah, so that I'm hoping things kind of change or turn up, or that this video can kind of help in that regard. But yeah, this is kind of one of those things that I'm putting more time into. I'm willing to even make, you know, the investments. I've already made the investments. I bought the computer, I bought the setup, you know, headphones and microphones and whatnot. Like I said, it's kind of make it or break it at this time. The sock videos are fun. I do enjoy doing that. I feel like there's a little bit more I could probably do with that to grow the channel, but as it stands right now, it's really just passive subscriber growth. And that's fine. I'm not really expecting to start a company with it just because I'm not comfortable with the size of the channel for me to feel comfortable launching a product. Plain and simple. People are asking me like, John, where are the socks? And I'm like, look, I'm just not there yet. With whatever I have to do, with whatever extra marketing that I need to do to convince people that, hey, I'm John Holberg and maybe you should stick around or give me a like and follow or something. But we got to get to that point. I had in mind like 10,000 subscribers or 10,000 followers on TikTok. We're not even close to that. So the Socks with John is more just kind of like a fun thing at this point. Maybe I'll have a brand in the future. Maybe we'll get popular enough and things can change. But that's for the future to determine for us, or TBD, to be decided. But those are some of the things I'm working on. I'll be making I'll be doing 2 live streams later tonight. I'll be doing some Minecraft and some streaming of the Legendary Challenge Run for Skyrim, which I like that a lot. I do have a lot of fun with that. But it's nice out. The weather's changing. We can be outside more often. I can do some interviews with people or do other types of content. But like I said, I just don't hear any feedback really. So I don't know what you guys want. So I'm just gonna keep doing what I want, and hopefully people enjoy that. But there will come a point where, you know, I've created an audience. I'm just kind of doing the same things or whatever, and I don't know. I don't know what you guys would like, or you know, what exactly. I have some ideas. I can't say I don't know where to go from here. I definitely know what to do from here. But you know, like I said, it is kind of like make it or break it. Like at the end of this year, if my channel's not where I want it to be, then sorry, no more channel. Like seriously. I spend a good amount of time on it, and it's just that I'm a businessman. I'm an entrepreneur. If I put time and energy and money into something and it's not becoming what I need it to become, then we need to move on. And I've been doing this for almost 3 years, like I said. So at the end of this year, if this channel's not monetized, then that's it, unfortunately. That sucked, right? I'll probably have something in the background, but basically, you know, once I get to that point in the future, perhaps I could start a new channel. But as it stands now, I don't know. I don't really see the worth in doing a lot of this stuff. So maybe that's kind of been the biggest disincentive is I don't know. There's just I don't really get feedback. I don't see substantial growth. You know, I am happy making the content that I'm making, but I don't know. We're just not there quite yet. So I'm going to keep working. This video is basically to say that we're going to keep working. These are the things that we're going to keep in mind going forward. And hopefully we can actually accomplish, you know, the very least getting monetized on the channel, because I already spent some money with my setup. Like I said, spent about $2,000 on my computer and all other gizmos and whatnot. So I can't really justify spending more money on it if it's not going to make me any money. Plain and simple. I'm sorry. You know, I thought like, hey, I've kind of reviewed the same socks for a while at this point too. If you haven't seen the videos, then, you know, it's different, or it's a new sock pair for you. But I have to think, oh, you know, I have to go buy a ton of socks and like make a ton of content with them. And I can do that, but I'm thinking, I'll be honest, guys, is that worth it? Is spending $100 on 5 pairs of socks, because socks are not cheap. They're not like stupid cheap, but it's like $10 a pair. So okay, I get 10 pairs of socks, I make 10 videos, and those 10 videos get me maybe 10 to 15 or 10 to 20 followers. But it's like, why? For what? Sorry, it sucks, but that's kind of the situation I'm in. So either things have to start panning out, and we're gonna give it the college try. All right, we're gonna give it the old college try. If you guys are sick of seeing my content, well, how about this? If things don't work out at the end of this year, I'll stop making content, like I said. But at this point, like I said, we're seriously in like a make it or break it point, and I'm willing to do what I can to try to make it. But I just have to see some things change. If I spend a lot of time making content and it doesn't really get us anywhere, then we're switching gears again, unfortunately. So sorry, that was kind of the conclusion to this video. It's a little bit depressing, thinking like, hey, if things don't work out, then we're done. I know we got to keep going at it, you know. But coming around year 3, I've had this channel since 2014. I've been making videos since I was 19, 18, and I'm 26. You know, so it sucks. It does, but I am willing to try to see what we can do, to see where we can go. But I have to see some significant improvements is kind of what I'm getting at, or we move on to something that'll work. Yep, unfortunately, guys. So please, if you'd like to help me in any regard with that exact problem, comment below. Leave me some feedback. I need to hear what you guys think or what you guys would like to see. And please go watch some more of my other content and leave me some comments on that as well, because I just don't hear from anybody. So I'm not really sure what people like. So yeah, sorry, I kind of just ran in circles there at the end. Hopefully my point came across pretty well. Like, I'm just doing this one take for you guys. It's nice and hot and sweaty in here. You can probably see it's all dripping down my face and making my hair all frizzy, but I should just be a foot model. Why do I even try to do all this, right? Who said that, right? Anyway, but thank you very much for watching for today, guys. I'm not even sure what I'm going to call this video. Probably just yapping about some junk, but look forward to the live streams later tonight and the extra videos for tomorrow as well and the rest of this week. So tune in for that. I hope to see you guys there. Thank you very much for watching, and peace out.